headed back to New Orleans, driving in the country past old-timey scenes. Big birds were singing in the tall willow tree, mighty fine. 3 words written on a paper bag, I miss you, was written in a message in black. Thrown in a van, it's 1,000 miles back, a better time. And how many souls and times that I've told, places that I'd wanna be, and how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line. Long coat, walking on a New York street, pack of crushed cigarettes fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet, but that's the truth.
Alright, so I have just been working on some English muffins, getting everything kind of together, and now I just need to knead out the dough for a few minutes. It's been kind of a gloomy day today, rainy off and on, kind of dark. Now that we've kind of had the time change, it's been getting dark super early. But I still have to go take care of the animals one last time. I try to feed them at least some hay in the evenings. Just kind of check on them, make sure that they're looking pretty good. And since it's getting dark, I really need to go out as soon as I knead this and check on them. Once I get this kind of kneaded out, it takes like an hour to 2 hours just to kind of sit there and let it rise. So I'm gonna have plenty of time to go out and check on that. I'm not always great at it, but Garrett does work pretty long hours. And so I'm trying to have breakfasts made, lunches made for him. That way he can have food at work. Sometimes they don't always have time to go get something. And so it's nice if he can have food there to eat, and then also saves us money from having to spend a bunch of money on lunches and breakfast if he already has some. So I plan on this afternoon or evening just making some breakfast sandwiches. Like I said, making some English muffins right now. They're really not hard. It's a sourdough recipe I found on Pinterest. I've made it a few times, still trying to perfect it, but it's working out pretty good for me. And then I'll do some sausage and eggs and stuff to go on the sandwiches. And then also I'm gonna be prepping some steak for his lunches. So I'll get to that once I come back in from taking care of the animals. guys, one of the things that we have been battling on the farm is this little baby goat getting her head stuck through the fence all the time. Literally all the time. We cannot get her to stop. So it's almost dark. It's misting. It's super gross. It's at the top of our field, so I've landed through the, or slid through the mud a bunch of times. There you go. But she keeps getting her tiny little horns through the fencing and then getting stuck multiple times a day. I don't really know what we're gonna do to fix it. I know people have like put a stick between, or like attached to the horns, but her little nubs are so small right now, I don't really know how we are gonna attach that. But she's getting her head stuck through it all the time. Like last night I came and got her unstuck and then turned around and she was literally stuck again. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do about this, but hopefully figure out something. Well, I will say she comes by honest though, because her mom is the only goat we've ever had that constantly got her head stuck too. When we had her like in the front corral, kind of working on her a little bit with different things, she would get her head stuck all the time. And so she comes by it honest. I guess it just kind of runs through the family. But this is my view from over here. Like I said, it's super misty out, really muddy, wet. It's been raining all day. So we're gonna head back up here where the animals are. You coming, girlfriend? Yeah, you're wet because you've been out in the rain with your head stuck. Come on. Whoa, I just slipped. Come on. So I've got the English muffins done, the eggs done, the sausage is done, and then also the steak's done. But I wanted to show y'all these English muffins really quick, kind of up close. They look just like an English muffin. All of them turned out really good. A lot of times with the second batch, because I have to make them in 2 batches, they kind of get a little burnt on the bottom, but I didn't really have that issue this time. They turned out pretty good. There we go. So we have got English muffin, sausage, egg, and cheese. And then I'll just kind of wrap these up in some parchment paper, put them in the fridge or the freezer, and then whenever, before Garrett leaves for work, I'll just pop it in the microwave, and then that way he can take it with him. Should be pretty easy. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. Go ahead and get the kitchen cleaned up. I am so tired of being in the kitchen tonight, cooking. It's been a long day. It's just now 7 o'clock and Garrett's not home yet from work, but he said he would pick up some food on the way home. So I'm just gonna clean up the kitchen and then get out of the kitchen for tonight. I have been working in here for about, I think I started about 3:30, so like 3.5 hours. I have been working in here on the kitchen, trying to get all these food prepped, but I did get lunches and breakfast sandwiches made, and so it was pretty productive, but I'm definitely tired. I'm ready to sit down. The kids are already eating. I'm gonna put them to bed here in just a little bit, and then yeah, Garrett will be home with some food for us, so we'll just enjoy a little bit of the evening together and then go to bed. But thank you guys for watching today. It's been kind of a gloomy day. Just getting a little bit of the farm work done, just our normal chores, and then working in the kitchen. But yeah, thank you guys for tagging along, and we will see you next time. Bye.